This video is brought to you by Cutco Transportation. With proven results, safety standards, and dedicated customer service, at Cutco Transportation Specialist, we understand that managing your supply chain can be a daunting task. That's why we offer end-to-end third-party logistics solutions to help you streamline your operations and grow your business. Our experienced team will work closely with you to understand your unique needs and develop a customized logistics plan that meets your specific requirements. Just head over to cutcotransportation.ca and request a free quote right now. Good morning. How are you guys doing? We are at the Castlegar brake check with our really heavy load. So it'll be a nice hard climb up Bombi Pass here. But it's past 5 p.m. so I figure I better start recording a video if I'm going to get one in today. It's going to be dark by the time I get to Cranbrook. Started a little later than I intended to, but we're here. We're making it. I'm on time, on schedule. But this is our load over here, if you don't remember from last week. Just veneer flooring. And the camera angle on the back of the trailer worked out okay. Not the best shot in the world, but I think we'll do that one again. Way back here, facing forward. Of course, in 2 weeks from now, when I read all the comments and everybody says they hate this camera view, then I'll know. There, tether is attached. Let's hammer down. Yeah, so Jess is going to stay home the next 2 weeks here. Close my windows. There we go. And prepare for vacation. So we're 2 weeks away from vacation. Turn all our lights on. Yeah, thanks to how heavy I am, I'm making pretty slow time. There's a lot of mountains to climb up and over, that's for sure. Not get too much speed here. The speed limit is 100 here, but I'm not going to go over 70 because I've got a pretty steep downhill here. Engine brake on full, fan on. Should slow us down from 70 down to 60 by the time we get to Castlegar. If I pick my gears right. I mean, I'll need one more gear to get down to 60, but that's in kilometers. Now hopefully we'll get some cool viewpoints with that rear camera climbing Bombi Pass on the other side of Castlegar here. You kind of got to work with the load you have, right? Someone with binoculars? Nope, that's a camera. So someone is taking pictures. Pictures. Find pictures. So yeah, we picked this load up. Where did we pick this load up? Delta? Nordell Way, right behind Nordell Scale. Picked it up over there. Basically on the beach in Vancouver area, Greater Vancouver area. Just grabbed another gear here before it gets steeper. I know it's not 60 yet, but I'd rather get the 60 before the steep section here. There's the 60 section. The car caught up with us very quickly. We were kind of veering left and right as if they were hard on their brakes, trying not to hit me. And yeah, we're bringing this all the way to Cranbrook. So that's another, it's actually 5:39 p.m. That's another, what, 3.5, 4 hours of drive time with this weight over Kootenay Pass. I was hoping to shoot video Kootenay Pass, but looking at the time, it'll be dark by the time I hit Kootenay Pass, so we'll settle for bombi. And then after I deliver tomorrow, I'm shooting back over here, north of Castlegar, and loading at KMT with another load of panels. Well, welcome to Castlegar and goodbye Castlegar. Like, wait, was the scale sign open? I wasn't really paying attention. Like, I better dip in anyway, just in case. I don't know if it's open or not. It looks like it's closed. I'm like, shoot, I didn't even look. I was thinking about Cranbrook. Let's look at our weights while we're here. It's definitely closed. Actually, look at our weights. 53, so 5,310 kilograms. Let's see if we're really as heavy as I think we are. 14, basically 1,400. $22,400 and a little bit. and 13,570. So it's actually quite a bit underweight, but she's still heavy. Really, really heavy. But so my steers are right at max, but I basically have 2,000 pounds to spare on each other axle grouping. Okay, now for the hard climb.
I'm gonna turn right over here.
I'm not going to turn right here. That must be somebody else. All right, four-way flashers on. For that somebody that's going to comment in the YouTube comments that says, dude's forgot his four-way or his signal light on. It's like, no, both sides are flashing, and it's the law. I get those comments way too often. It's like, I'm climbing a mountain slowly. You legally have to have four-way flashers on. All slow-moving vehicles. Just like a tractor. A beautiful climb, but Jess was pointing out all the leaves are changing color. It's too early for the leaves to be changing color. She says there's actually a thunderstorm at home right now. It's a fairly warm day, 28 degrees Celsius. Cloudy all day. It's quite scenic viewpoints from this highway down into the Columbia Valley here.
Let's try to park behind it so we can make one lane on it.
All sounds like it might be a wide load. Cameras ever do justice to these viewpoints and looking down at the Columbia River. Across the river to the other side, you get to see the town of Janelle. We're going 35 kilometers an hour. I think it's about a 7% grade up here. We're in 11th gear. What would that be in a traditional transmission? It always just shows me a digital number. It's 11th gear. So you got first gear is low, second is low over, and we got third gear is first, fourth gear is first over, fifth is second direct or low, sixth is second over, third direct, third over, fourth direct, fourth over, so fifth direct. I just changed gears to 12, which would be fifth over. Pretty big rocks on the shoulders there. The thing when you're traveling in British Columbia, Canada, expect rocks on the road. Just be ready for them. Sometimes they're huge rocks in the center of the road will destroy your car's front bumpers. So be ready to hit the brakes around every blind corner, especially spring and fall. Highway crews patrol the highways all the time and clean the rocks off the road. So the chances of hitting one are low, but it's not zero. Definitely not zero. Anybody that does a lot of driving in BC has a story of close call or seeing a close call. Had a family member that was driving down the road and a big rock fell down right in front of her car, and she drove right over and hit everything underneath the car along the way, which totally freaked her out for many years. I've seen a few rock slides where the rocks were actively coming down the mountain. Big dust cloud. Actually had rock slides that have closed the highway, where I was like number truck 5 or 6 in the line of trucks that showed up on site. It's like, rock slide just closed the highway. We can't really do anything. So then first you got to get engineers in. Make sure the road is, the slide area is safe enough to remove the material off the road. If it is safe enough to do so, then you've got to get the crew and remove enough material to open up one lane. And that's usually a more than one day thing. You're usually going to end up spending the night there. if my load tomorrow that I'll pick up over here again is going to be over width or not. Never really know until we show up. My overwidth permit has expired, so if it is overwidth, I'll have to request another overwidth permit. And those could take an hour or two to get. Leaving Oshawana. When it comes to winter, we've got some pretty nasty passes. Like we had snow already on top of the connector highway. But this pass here is usually one that bites you first. You can make it over Kootenai Pass, you can make it over Paulson Pass. They're both bigger than this pass, but somehow Bombi Pass is just the perfect conditions. That is usually the first one that you're going to be spun out on and have to chain up on. Remember the last 3 years I've been running the quad deck, you guys have not gotten a lot of chain up videos. That's going to change this year. I'm going to have the joys of chaining up a lot more often this year. I think I chained up, what, 4 or 5 times last year? This year is going to be at least triple that. You're running a Super B instead of a quad deck. You're just going to chain up more often. So in fact, in the winter, if I know this Bombi Pass is going to be really bad, I'll actually take a detour, go to Nelson, and then down through Salmo that way. It is longer, but it is safer. You're not going to have to chain up. Most likely you don't have to chain up. The only place that's a little sketchy is when you make that first turn off of highway 3B on Highway 6, I think it is. The initial turn in Nelson, that overpass, that first one can get a little sketchy. I've never spun out on it yet, but I'm always worried I will. Here comes another big rig, just an 18-wheeler. There's a difference between an 18-wheeler and a 30-wheeler. sometimes I'm a bit jealous. Saw one black bear today too. See, the second I leave Jess home, I start seeing the bears. But so far, the bears are always so far away from the road, I can't catch them on video. Looks like this week will actually be a busy week. Well, I guess it's not going to be that busy, but here I am on Monday driving to Cranbrook. Tomorrow I'll drive back over here, load. And then Wednesday we'll be driving down, I'll be driving down to Vancouver, deliver Thursday morning, and then most likely reload Friday morning in Vancouver, Delta area. Well, I like the change of roads, driving a little bit, still Highway 3, but at least we're driving a little further down Highway 3, a little bit further east. Down to 9th gear. You can see all the spots on the ground here. That's all big rigs that spun out in the winter and dug holes in the pavement with their chains. That's something I never saw. Those were just random potholes on the road until I became a trucker. All of a sudden you see those little dots on the side. You're like, yeah, somebody was chained up and spinning their tires in the middle of winter. I call this an 18-wheeler, but he's got more than 18 wheels. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26-wheeler with a drop axle and a pusher axle. hungry. Past 6 o'clock now. I don't think we've done a hard climb video for a while, so it's nice to do another one. I guess we did Mine Hill. That was a climb. It wasn't quite this hard though. We were lighter. Getting close to the top. It's a lot of black lines coming down. Almost like someone lost the air hose or something and the brakes locked up. That's what it looks like to me. Never know when an air hose is going to fail. You do your pre-trips and stuff and look for any kind of old hoses that look like they might not be looking good anymore. Get them replaced whenever you see them, but there's always something you're going to miss. You're going to be ready for when it all goes bad. Technically sunset is 7:30 over here this time of year, but with the clouds everything's starting to get dark earlier. Block the sun out a lot quicker. But I think we'll call it a day here at the top of the Bombi summit here. It's all downhill. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully that wasn't too boring for you. Nice little pond down there, little swampy area. I always imagine moose will be sitting in there. But yeah, I'll call it a day over here. I'll grab the cameras, bring them back in, get them copied over the laptop while I keep driving down. And I think I'll throw some supper into the toaster oven too. I think I'll do some chicken fingers. So thank you guys so much for watching. Super really appreciate all of your support. I am out of here. You guys absolutely rock. You see he's got some defects over there. The top rail there, the lights, the center light is flickering and the one all the way on the left hand side is completely out.